welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. Today I'm going to do a tag video, perfume tag, and this is most hated, most worn, best purchase. Basically, it's a tag created by the Simple Chic Life, and I was tagged by Joss Jane. Both of them have amazing channels which I watch, and I of course will link in the description. So this tag consists of 10 questions. Let's start going through these questions. First one is your gateway niche scent. And I don't remember 100% what my first niche scent was, but I think that it was Delina from Parfums de Marly. And this is a scent that surprisingly I sampled. This wasn't a blind buy, but when I originally sampled it, I wasn't crazy about it, and it took me a few tries to really fall in love with this scent. And when I did, I absolutely had to have the full bottle. We all know this is rose, lychee, rhubarb. It is sweet, it is creamy, it is tart, it is absolutely beautiful. In my opinion, this is the most beautiful rose scent. Outstanding, and this definitely was the scent I think that started my obsession with niche fragrances. Next question is your significant other's favorite scent on you. So there are quite a lot of fragrances in my collection that my husband likes to smell on me, but the one that he has been obsessed with lately is Black Phantom from Kilian. He cannot get enough of this scent. He keeps even opening and just smelling the bottle. He absolutely loves it when I wear it, and he definitely encourages me to wear it as often as possible. This is such a beautiful scent. I know it is kind of a polarizing scent. There's some that love it and some that hate it. I fall into the category of people who absolutely love it. It is thick, it is gooey, it is rich, it is sweet and nutty and a touch boozy. It just has so many amazing, beautiful notes combined in it, but it is very rich and, in my opinion, very seductive scent. I love it, and my husband absolutely loves the scent on me as well. Most hype type fragrance in your collection is the next question. Well, I think I probably have a few hyped up fragrances, but I decided to go with the one that has been hyped up a lot at the end of last year. And this is, of course, Angel Share from Kilian again. I love this fragrance. There has been so much talk and so much hype about it, and I have to agree with all of it for this particular scent. Cinnamon, oak, vanilla, cognac, of course, and it is sweet and boozy and woody at the same time. It is so stunning. There's something very special and very addictive about this fragrance, and in my opinion, this is definitely hyped up for a reason. Next question is fragrance in your collection that gets the most hate. And I sort of struggled with this question because I don't know, I couldn't come up with anything that I have that really gets a lot of hate. So I kind of decided to go a slightly different route. I chose a fragrance that my husband hates the most from my collection. Since we talked about what he loves the most on me, let's talk about what he hates the most on me. And if you've watched my channel, you would guess this fragrance. The fragrance that he absolutely hates is Rosé All Day from Gallagher, and I couldn't disagree with him more on this scent. I love this. I mean, I really love it. It's definitely one of my top fragrances. It is so amazing. It is sweet. It is sour. It's like honeyed rose with sour apple crisp. It is just so amazing and so unique and so different, but it is such a beast. So when I wear it, I mean, he can smell it for the whole day on me. So You know, I probably don't wear it as often as I would like, although I still wear it quite often. It is such a beautiful scent, and I really, really don't understand why he hates it so much. Next question is favorite perfume to wear to sleep. It kind of changes. I rotate through a number of fragrances, but the one that I have been wearing a lot lately for going to bed is Passoir from BDK Parfums. And I think the reason that I wear it to bed a lot is because this is kind of a sweet, fruity scent. It has very strong note of quince, and it is sort of probably more suited for spring and summer weather because it's a sweet, fruity scent. Winter is probably not the best time to wear it, so I don't feel like I can really pull this off all that much during the day, but you know, before going to bed, anything goes, so that's why I have been wearing it a lot in the evenings. Next question is best new purchase, and you know, there are so many fragrances that I could have included in here. I purchased quite a lot of fragrances in the last month and a half, probably, you know, with the holidays and sales and all of that, and many of them are outstanding, but I decided to go with a fragrance that I would say is an affordable hidden gem that I have completely fallen in love with, and just I'm crazy about this scent and I want to recommend it to everyone. This is Mercedes-Benz Club Black. It is technically marketed towards men, but it is definitely unisex. I love wearing it and my husband loves wearing it, and it is definitely not masculine because, as you know, I'm not a huge fan of very masculine scents. This is sweet, boozy, deep, slightly smoky vanilla. It is very, very reminiscent of Spirituo's Double Vanille, especially in the opening. And when it dries down, it has a bit of Deluxe from Tiziana Terenzi mixed in with Spirituo's Double Vanille. It is so stunning, and it is such, I think, high quality fragrance. It is definitely, I would say, the complexity and the beauty of this scent to me is definitely niche quality, and that's why I wanted to mention it here because it is stunning. Next question is most worn fragrance of all time. I have probably a couple still left in my collection that I have worn for years and years, but the one I'm gonna show you is Flora Botanica from Balenciaga, a fragrance that I have showed many times. I've had it for a really long time. This is my, I think, second bottle, and this is 100 ml. This is a really interesting rose scent, but again, it is quite unique and different. It is very sort of a dry and minty rose. It also has the note of cannabis, which I don't smell, but it is such a stunning rose scent. I've been obsessed with this fragrance for many years, and I feel like this is a staple in my collection that I'm going to continue to have as part of my collection. I just don't see my collection without this fragrance. Next question is perfume that gets you the most compliments. And I have to be honest with you, I know compliments are very important for many people, which is totally fine. For me, they're not that important. I wear fragrance for myself. I want to enjoy my scent, and whether I get a compliment or not, I really don't care. But surprisingly, I think the fragrance in my collection that gets me the most compliments is Idole from Lancôme. I'm kind of surprised from everything that I have. I have no idea why this is the one that gets me so many compliments, but pretty much every time I wear it, somebody gives me a compliment or asks me, what are you wearing? You smell so good. This is about pear, rose, and musk. It is kind of a musky pear mixed with rose. It is girly, it is sweet, it is easygoing, it is definitely mass appealing, and I think that's why it gets a lot of compliments. But it is a beautiful, easygoing scent. I think this would be great as a signature scent, great as going to the office type of scent, because it is simple, it is inoffensive, it is not too strong, but at the same time it has very good longevity. So yeah, Idole from Lancome gets me the most compliments. Next question is most surprising fragrance in your collection. And I wanted to include two here because they are surprising to me for different reasons. The first one is Grand Soir from MFK, Maison Francis Kurkdjian. And if you watched my channel, you know that when I originally sampled this fragrance during I think late spring or early summer, I really didn't like it at all. But then when I resampled it in the fall, I absolutely fell in love with it. So it surprised me just how much I loved it in the colder weather, that I loved it so much that I had to purchase the full bottle. So this is why this is a surprising fragrance to me, because I really didn't like it originally, and then I loved it when I tried it again. And that is because I've said it many times, and I'll mention it again, that to me, this fragrance depends very much on the weather. This is a gem in a cold weather, but in a warm weather, it smells very different, at least on me. And the second surprising fragrance in my collection is the one that I would consider the most unique fragrance in my collection. And this is, of course, Lune Féline from Atelier des Ors. This is a very interesting vanilla fragrance. It has vanilla, it has woody notes, and it has a lot of spices, more specifically cardamom. Originally, when I spray this, I sort of get this burnt rubber smell. It is very high-end burnt rubber. It is very beautiful, but it is still kind of a burnt rubber smell. And then when it dries down in an hour or two, it becomes incredible spicy vanilla. So for that reason, I think this is a very unique fragrance that I didn't love initially when I first sprayed it, but I grew to love very much, and this will definitely stay as part of my collection. And now we're left with the last question, and that is, what is the absolute favorite fragrance of all time? And this question was so difficult. I mean, I have so many fragrances that I absolutely love that I would consider favorites of all time. So I really could not decide which one am I going to mention here. And this is how I narrowed it down. I know there are some people who always have backups of fragrances that they really love. I'm the type of person that never buys backups. I have so many fragrances, I don't see how I can really go through one. It doesn't seem possible at the moment. So there is one fragrance that I loved so much that I had to purchase a backup. And so I have 2 bottles now. And for that reason, I decided to include it as my favorite of all time. Did you guess what it is? I think some of you might have guessed. It is, of course, Dances of the Dragonflies from Nobile 1942. There's something so special about this fragrance. I mean, it is not overly complex, it is not overly unique, but it is so special. It is so beautiful, it is so happy, it is so cheerful, it is so delicious. It is just absolutely amazing. This smells like apple pie, like warm apple pie with some cinnamon added in. So beautiful, delicious. Like I said, for me, there's something magical about this fragrance, and that's why I have 2 bottles, and that's why I've decided to include this one as my favorite of all time. So that was the last question in this tag. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you Joss Jane for tagging me, and thank you The Simple Chic Live for creating this tag. It was really fun answering all these questions. I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.